This is Anthony with True Diamond Heart, continuing our video series on divine healing. What is divine healing? Well, divine healing is all healing. All healing is divine. I always have some cuts on my fingers. There's some there. These are simply dryness from the winter, because I have animals and I have a child, well, not child, but a young man, and I do a lot of dishes, a lot of soap and a lot of water. So things dry out and my hands crack in the winter. It's the end of the winter, we're getting to spring, but those are cracks from dryness and soap. What's going to heal those? What's going to heal those? Oh, someone help me. Yes, someone will help me. Well, I don't know if it's a someone, but the power of divinity is going to heal those things. I guarantee you, should I survive 3 to 7 days, there will be nothing there. There may be other cracks if it's still going to be cold and dry. But if, as the spring comes and it gets warmer and less dry, more humid, I don't even know what it is, but when the winter ends, not only will these heal, but no more will come until the next time it gets dry and cold again. Fascinating. Do you know that this tree behind me has been with me for 30 plus years? You know what I've done for it? Water. Nothing but water. Lately I became conscious of it, and it's the only living thing that's been with me that long. I mean, of course there are other living beings, but they don't live with, this being has lived with me for 30 years. I mean, wow. Now I'm starting to dust her a little bit, because her leaves will have dust, and I'm sure that will help her. But she is absolutely self-sufficient, designed by nature. What is nature? Nature is God. God is everything. Divine. Divinity is what we call the power of God, or the power of love, or the power of divine, of a higher self. Let's not get lost in terms so that I'm turned off because he said this, but I wish he said that, but I like that he said. Let's just stay with the energetics of it. We're talking about that which is inside of each and every one of us and is healing us moment by moment and offering us. Divine healing is the energy, the universal energy that is always calling us and driving us towards perfection of body, of emotion, of mind, of energy, of everything integrated into one experience, so that you are being called at every moment to live in full perfect joy. This does not mean you will not stub your toe and it will not hurt. This does not mean there will not be accidents. It doesn't mean your body won't die. It doesn't mean anything about what's going to happen to you and the things we're going to go through. What it means is we are constantly being called into and offered absolute healing. Healing doesn't mean things go the way we think we want them to. My hands don't crack. It means my hands might crack and they will heal. And in my consciousness of healing, in my opening to the nowness that we just spoke about, to the divinity, to the fact that healing is not of this, not at all. The mind can help or hinder. 99.99% of the time it hinders. Oh, please help me out. I just want to be better. That's not helping. It's hindering. We think we're calling for help. We're actually doing something quite different. The energy of healing that's calling us at all moments and that's offered to us at all moments is an energy of absolute peace, balance, and beauty, even when things are not going the way we think we want them to. I may have, at this moment, I have something. The reason we're doing divine healing as opposed to some other topic is because I am opening myself to divine healing. I'm experiencing physical symptoms. And so this is how I participate in what it is I seem like I'm offering you. No, not at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Something is being offered to us. Thank you. No more to you than to me, and no less to you than to me. And in this offering is the healing. And the healing is a surrender to what is. Surrendering to what is will bring us into ease, into the maximum health available at that moment. And sometimes things will not be what we think they should be, and yet we will be moving ever more deeply, evolutionarily, and consciously into beauty, joy, peace, service, responsibility, love. That's the healed state. You can have cracks on your hands and be fully healed, but you can't have cracks in your emotional thing and be fully healed. That's the things we're healing, is the emotional, the psychological. The physical will follow, it will. But the things that will be fully healed will be that trauma from the past and the fear into the future. The thoughts and ideas that trap us in identities of victimhood or victor. No better to be a winner or a loser. As soon as you think you're winning or losing, you've compared yourself and you've automatically entered the dis-ease state. Divine healing is that which you are most essentially. That which is speaking to you now is your divinity offering your home, which is your fully healed state, to you. Yeah, it seems to come from someone else's mouth. It comes from a book. The guy's got a book. It comes from, what does it come from? It comes from the plant, from your daughter, your son, your dog. It comes from an illness sometimes. You start to be revealed that which is truly holding you back from healing. It comes through, often through disease, sickness, illness, trauma, pain. Yes. Divinity will continue to knock on your door, sometimes in ways that you don't think you want, until you start to surrender to it. And as you surrender to it, we'll speak about surrender next time. This is getting long, so I'm going to stop and we'll continue with the next video.